Okay, what we're doing here is just trying to get a measure of the length of the eaves trough. We'll use a convenient brick or two. Not the easiest thing to do in the winter. Get it tight. Okay, it's 41 feet. Okay, 41 feet long, roughly 8 feet of downspout. And now the fun part. And now, as I said, the fun part begins. We're going to pop a hole into the eaves trough. Which is really thin. And then a coax I've prepared. I've just looped the end of the center wire into a nice little, well, a nice little loop, and added a couple of short pieces of loose wire. Put a screw through that. Before that, I verified that the eaves trough is one single piece of aluminum. Otherwise, you have to go up and put screws between each piece. Screw that in, and it's done. Okay, so the thing, it's the famous rain gutter or stealth antenna, commonly used in places that have those imbecile HOVs that try to tell you how to run your own house that you own. I don't have that worry, but I just want to see how they work. So we got about a 48-foot antenna here. It's facing about southwest, so I'm not quite sure what's going to go to receive. I'll go find the other end and get it ready to go into the house. I'm going to bounce around a few broadcast bands. I'm only going to play a few seconds of each because you're not really supposed to rebroadcast these.
So they're dining in.
One thing, like, I'm thinking about what Johnny said, yo, those guys ain't your brothers.
Cantamos las notas del himno nacional, lo que creemos, vive.
Forenoon. Nations in turmoil, violence everywhere.
So what polluted, oh? Yeah, Roger, got to there, and I do enjoy.
Okay, I'm trying to I'm trying to receive the FT8 ham band. This is a very short message digital transmissions using the previously used program called SDR console through another program called virtual audio cable into WSJTX that receives and decodes the symbols, and then it sends packets over to GeoTracker, which actually layers them on the map for where the transmissions have occurred from. Here you can see some of the transmissions coming in on WSJTX, and they're appearing on the map. If you hover over each one, it tells you who was the transmission from and where they are and their call signs. I'm on the 20-meter band, but also coming on the 10-meter, 40-meter. Pretty wide. All the ham bands have a small section designated to FT8 transmissions. This is pretty impressive. I'm picking up transmissions from Europe. I can see some from France. Not sure where the bottom one there is from. I think Madrid. That is pretty impressive. Not only am I picking up transmissions from North America, I can see transmissions coming in from France. Looks like Madrid. I've gotten as far as Moscow and Japan so far. It's not on this map though. It's quite interesting to see just how far it can be received from onto something like a rain gutter. I hear him trying to receive ADS-B transmissions on on 1090 megahertz. These are the aircraft transponders flying overhead. It's coming in on a program called RTL 1090 that's sending its data over to a program called Virtual Radar that's mapping them. Down the side, you can see the aircraft, and you click on them, a little window pops up telling you what the aircraft is, where it's from, where it's going, altitude, all kinds of information, and the radar plot, the maps it on the map where it is overhead. Again, this is pretty impressive for a ray gutter antenna that is not supposed to receive transmissions in the gigahertz range at all.
Your card is the boy by heavy.
And yes, you can receive the voice from the aircraft transmissions if you know the frequency for your local area. In my case, it's 132.80 megahertz.
Clear with that for 0.1. Standing or point out now, 0.1. 2447, AirCap report. Left to vertical rejoin the tower will be a kill fuck cut.
Left air 7 cold. We're clearing 7-6, returning to Mr. Knight.
And yes, you can even receive PK25 trunk calls. This is on a program called DSD Plus. Unless you can see, while it's receiving the main call chat and breaking down the calls in the call groups and radios, most of the transmissions down in the bottom part here are saying ENC, which means they're encrypted. That means you cannot listen to them. It's pretty well impossible to decode them, and if you tried, that's illegal. So there really isn't much to be listened to on the services, and quite annoyingly in our area, even snowplows and road services have gone encrypted, so there's really not much to hear except the main call channels when the dispatcher calls out, and you can never hear the responses. Yeah, in the old days, you used to be able to get, well, the police, fire, ambulance, all the call services, municipal roadworks. Everything used to be clear, and then you could hear what was going on, but I guess they all wanted to be private.
Nation.
Oh, no, not bad for a stealth rain gutter antenna on a inexpensive $30 RTL-SDR.